That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? The new episode of House of the Dragon came out tomorrow. And just so you know, we're getting close to 48 hours since the episode dropped. We're probably going to talk in some spoilery detail about the episode. I mean, again, the episode dropped 2 days ago, so we're going to talk a little bit in some spoilery detail here. But House of the Dragon came out of nowhere last year when a lot of people had doubts. A lot of people had doubts that a new Game of Thrones series could be good or be successful. That first season came out and kicked ass. It was fabulous. I still contend it was better than season 1 of Game of Thrones. And it was incredible we lead in this season. I have absolutely loved this season. And this latest episode, what's it called? The Red Dragon and the Gold?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so good. And here's the thing. The best part about the episode wasn't even the dragon fight. It's these dramatic inner character scenes. And don't get me wrong, I loved the dragon fights. The dragon fights and the armies.
Fire in the sky.
So good. So good. Loved it. But even better than that is like the drama of the show. Incredible. Well, apparently it's all paying off, all this quality, because according to a report coming out in Variety, House of the Dragon just had its biggest ratings week in its history. Short history, granted, but in its history. They said this, per Warner Brothers Discovery, the premiere episode of House of the Dragon Season 2 is now approaching 25 million viewers. Now, Grant, that's not in the first 48 hours. That's from when the first episode dropped till now. 25 million viewers, and catch-up viewing over the 4th of July holiday led House of the Dragon Season 2 to its strongest week yet on Max between the dates of July 1st to July 7th. This is what happens with quality. Word of mouth gets out. People, and this is the beautiful thing about week-to-week viewing as well. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, we're only on episode 4. We're only on episode 4. People getting caught up. Now that first episode's got 25 million views, and it's just had its best week ever. And as a matter of fact, you know how we're often talk about how, hey, this series debut on Disney Plus or whatever, and people start popping bottles when it's like 4 million views of its thing, right? Like, and that's huge. House of the Dragon, this past episode, 8.1 million views. And that's only in its first 24 hours. That's only in its first 24 hours. 8.1 million views of the latest episode. How big do you think, with the way this episode ended, how big do you think the viewership's going to be next week? Mm-hmm. Listen, in this business, we are always having to lament, great content not getting great results. And also sometimes lamenting crappy content getting good results, even though it doesn't deserve it. It is a particularly satisfying day when those of us who are fans get to go, there's something that's hella good and it's getting great results. And that is just awesome. And Ray, good news. I hear that House of the Dragon from here on out becomes a real feel-good story.
Oh, yeah.
Like a real feel-good story with lots of happiness and joy. And
we can talk about spoilers now, right?
Yeah, we can talk a little spoilers if you want.
It feels like
during
that episode, I was like cheering on Aemon or the young king.
Aemon?
Yeah, because I knew he was gonna mess things up. Maybe his mess up would give Team Black, a like an advance, because it's looking bleak right now. They have no army, no nothing. They only have dragons, and the other side's army is just getting bigger and bigger. And I was like, every time he had that face, like, oh, I'm going to do something. I'm going to make a decision that's going to, because it's all about me. I was like, yeah, do it. I was like, come on. And at the end, I said, oh my God, I'm defeated, because now if he is gone, the brother that I'm actually intimidated of, the patch guy, what's his name? Aemon. He's the one I don't want to see. And I don't think Daemon wants to see either.
Now, I don't know what happens. I haven't read the books, okay?
So right, I haven't read it either.
My guess is if if something has happened to Aegon, I think Alicent will take the throne.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
And he's gonna be in her ear with like the planning of
maybe.
battles, right?
But
And
I would still trust her more because she knows how to tune out Aemon and everything. But look, I don't want to make this segment a full blown dissertation of the last episode.
Wait, can I ask you something though?
Sure.
Do you think he's dead?
No.
Will he come back as half monster along with his
Half
dragon?
monster?
You know, like Viserys was.
Oh,
but he's like
you don't mean like his blood mingled with his dragon's
Wouldn't
blood,
that be
and
cool?
now he's like the
Wouldn't
Lizard
that be
King.
cool? A really
I don't think so. There,
with his dragon still alive too.
Dragon human.
Because the dragon was making sounds, right?
Oh, the
Well,
dragon
he
was still
dying,
alive.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dying, but still alive, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway,
Yeah. Sorry.
now with that episode and all that happening, if this episode got 8.1 million views in its first 24 hours, how big is the next episode going to be? Because I don't know that anybody who watched this episode is not tuning in next week, right? Like I just don't know anybody who's not tuning in next week. So good on them for having this kind of success. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. There are just so many things that make these sheets so fantastic. We already mentioned the self-cooling properties for better quality sleep, but they're also self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. So go to trymiracle.com/Campea. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? According to this report, House of the Dragon just had its biggest week of viewing in history, not just for this episode, but for all viewing of House of the Dragon, their biggest week ever. How big do you think next week's going to be? Are you enjoying the season? Hey, listen, maybe you're not enjoying the season. That's cool too. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.